So just on that note, welcome, and please drop in the chat where it is you're coming from today. Just drop in the chat. The chat is a place to get to know each other. The chat is a place to ask a question of the person that's speaking, or to congratulate them, or to say, wow, that sounds great, I'd love that. At the end of each person speaking, we're going to offer up a link in the chat that you can click, and you'll find their name on that, and you can click and get the gift. So it's super simple, really easy. You don't have to do much, and the gift will be downloaded. And if you can't be bothered clicking buttons and you just want to enjoy the show and really get to know some women and to hear how they're doing things and how they've come through to have a cup full that tippeth over in order to share some piece of wisdom that I believe is going to help you, then what you get to do is just relax, and there's to be an email sent to you anyway if you've registered. So if you're coming in off the back of a link out of Women Rocking videos, then do download the gift from the chat today. Alrighty, so we're going to do this like a kind of a speed dating round. I'm going to start really with introducing Inga, who happens to be also my biological sister. Is there a way for us to share the screen? And yes, there we are. Beautiful. So this is Inga, magical sister, and co-host today, and my beautiful biological sister, who has helped all of these amazing women with their background and their signature style to show up today feeling confident, knowing their own personal brand is authentic and unique. And I think you'd all agree that everybody looks amazing. Thank you for being here, lovely Inga.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sal.
And to round out so that we've got 12 gifts to give out today, there is the ability to book a call and get a little audit on your personal brand and style if you'd like it. But I think there are limited spots for that one, just to let you know.
Yes, coming into holiday season, if you're thinking about your next year and wanting to up-level your personal brand and style, then drop us a line.
Yeah, come along. So the first person up, though, and I've chosen Sue for a very particular reason, is Dr. Sue Hookey. So I am going to bring Sue Hookey up to the stage. And welcome, Sue.
Hello, Sal.
Sue and I have spent many a year together now, really since the pandemic came together, and really have enjoyed learning from Sue and being with Sue, who is an incredible, innovative, pioneering female GP or doctor in Melbourne, Australia, and also a journey practitioner, the emotional method by Brandon Bays. Sue empowers individuals who are in the healthcare professions that she really noticed were struggling through that pandemic. She really stepped in to offer up herself as a coach, as a journey practitioner, and meld that knowledge and wisdom to empower people to unlock their full potential. And really, with decades of experience, finding this compassionate approach of emotional healing as well, she guides clients towards lasting transformation and fulfillment. And so what do you find has been the biggest breakthrough yourself personally by doing emotional healing work as a GP, as a doctor?
It's just been the profound changes and the freedom to really be authentic, to be yourself, and to let go of the baggage of the past. It's just profoundly life-changing to be the person you would love to be, the person you dreamed about, and create your new future free of that baggage, the things that have been holding you back, the beliefs, the unsupportive things. So I love working with people, helping them be the best version of themselves.
And what was it that took you to sort of question yourself and go on the journey that you took to move from being a sort of traditional GP to looking at that alternative method and going into sort of emotional healing through the journey practitioner work?
So two things. One was that I noticed with patients that it didn't, there was not always a tablet for every ill, that there seemed to be something deeper that needed to be addressed. and that Western medicine wasn't quite helping everybody. And the other thing was looking within at me and feeling, well, I'm feeling numb, I'm feeling disconnected. What's going on with me? And I knew that a pill wasn't going to change that. So it was my own observation of others and exploration within, and the journey just popped into my awareness just at the perfect time for me to explore it for myself and then be able to share it with the world.
Beautiful. Thank you. And how many years have you been on that particular journey? I know you've been a GP for decades and decades, but how many years have you been on the journey method?
So I've been doing things like meditation for over 30 years, but it's only really been in the last 6 years that I've really embraced and dived deep into the journey method and become a practitioner in it.
Beautiful. Thank you. So who else here is a meditator? Just drop a yes in the chat if you're someone who meditates, and let's see how many of us on this call are aligned to a alternative way. And what's the gift you're giving today to these beautiful people, and how might it help them at this time of year when there's all sorts of struggles going on?
So yes, at this time of year, we're getting very busy in Australia. Not only do we have, Christmas holidays, the summer, end of year for school, all sorts of things are coming at once here in Australia, and it's just so easy to get overwhelmed. So my gift is the Jaded to Joyful transformational tool. It's a 6-step recipe to move your mood. So when you're really feeling overwhelmed and life's getting you down, this is a great tool to dive into, and you'll notice that there are definitely things that change afterwards. So you'll be able to notice and that there are times when you are getting jaded and overwhelmed. So catch yourself at that time. Then you'll be able to use this tool, this transformational tool, anytime, anywhere, when you notice that the things are starting to go a little bit off from where you'd love to be. And then you'll have a strategy to just transform your mood and go from that jaded to joyful. It's something that you'll be able to do anytime, anywhere, and get back into the spirit of summer, the holiday season, whatever it is where you are, that it's not having to be the victim to always being down and spiraling down. It's you're able to transform within yourself. You'll have the tool to be able to move your mood, transform it from jaded to joyful. So that's my gift.
I really love that. And I love that there's if you've been out there yourself and you get into the holiday mode, because the pressures that they've found are like that you have to perform for your family, that you have all these competing issues that show up, and women, we carry a lot, right? And so to have a tool like this, from what I understand, is it's just a 6-step recipe, right? So that's simple. You want things that are simple and easy that you can kind of do in the car on the way or jump to the bathroom. So that's where Sue's tool, I think, is really good to transform your mood and really know that from a doctor, that's saying something, right? She's like, there's maybe not a pill. Try this first. So thank you so much, lovely, for your gift. And if that's resonating with you, if you feel like, yeah, I can feel really jaded by this. In fact, I'm so bah humbug about this season, it can just go away. And I just wish 2025, why not give this a shot? Go ahead and have a look at Sue's. Thank you, Sue. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm definitely going to download and have a look at yours. For when I hit the skids. For me, it's with my father. I don't know, like, this is an honest space, ladies. Like, where is it for you where you get jaded? I get jaded around, like, I also get jaded around, like, what present to buy people. I just go, oh God, it's so material, and yeah, I want to give and keep giving. So, it's a really good idea to have a look at other people's tools and the ways they got through. Thank you for doing the work you do in the world, Sue. Appreciate you. Okay, then the next beautiful lady up we have is to incredibly, this is such a hot topic right now. Alison McLean empowers women to break free. Now, what does this actually mean? We hear this a lot, but women over a certain age, would you not agree, we kind of know what we like and what we don't like, or we wake up and go, this is not enough. And so I want more from my life. And Alison guides clients to uncover their purpose and step into their power with authenticity and joy, using and being guided through the concept and the lens of the sovereign woman. So welcome, Alison.
Thank you, Sal. It's so good to be here.
And you've had an extraordinary journey. really. You have,
Yeah.
tell us about how the sovereign woman came to be something that you embody. How would you describe your journey to be sitting here with a cup full of knowing yourself as a sovereign woman?
Yeah, thank you. You know, it was an 18-year journey. Okay. And finally, I've cracked the code. So it doesn't have to be 18 years for everyone else, which is a good thing. But, you know, you're right. You know, women of a certain age, well, we think we know what we want. But what I've discovered is women have invisible barriers that they can't see. It's like an inner glass ceiling. And it has to do with our self-concept. And I didn't know I had one. So no matter what I did in my life, I was on Wall Street. I managed one of the world's largest law firms, and I couldn't reach fulfillment. And it just kept on going bump, 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 bump. And I'd be in the same place once again. But my real thing was a relationship where finally I just turned myself inside and out, and I tried to become everything I thought he wanted. And he cheated, right? And I wasn't respected like I yearned to be respected. And the relationship blew up, and I was left with nothing. And that was my last straw. It was like my life depended on it. And I unturned everything I could, and it kept on coming back to the basics of the feminine, where we lose power. And there's 3 areas. It's shame, there is lack, and there's isolation. That are these 3 areas where women live under a glass ceiling. And if they can't see it, they can't break free.
The invisible glass ceiling that we put on ourselves. So true. Who can kind of ickily relate? Like, beautiful. And so what is the gift you're offering today? Thank you for sharing that and that vulnerability that so many of us have been cheated on. Like, you know, and here's the other thing as well. At times, and this is one of the things that I'm really for is in the role model revolution, and women over 50 and 40 really starting to share our wisdom from a place of genuine honesty and authenticity to say, hey, I've been a cheater. I've been so lacking in self-esteem that I didn't believe that partners adored me and went looking elsewhere. I've been on the other side and I've been cheated on. Like, I'm just saying there's a whole lot of stuff, and I didn't know I had a self-concept as well that I was trying to get into. So this is really important work. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I'm really grateful for your bravery for sharing that moment here today. And if you're out there listening, or if you've got a sense of this, wouldn't you want to know a tool to help starting to really own and change and transform in less than 18 years? So what have you got for us, Alison?
Yeah, I do. And I wrote a little book called Embodying the Full Feminine, Sovereign Woman ebook. And it's going to be like a chapter in a larger book. But it has to do with like pointing out one of the biggest traps women find themselves in, a shame-based trap that has to do with this idea of this virgin whore divide. And I don't care what your religion is. The patriarchy, the world has put us in this unwinnable situation where we'll never be enough because we'll never be pure enough, right? You know, it's this divide. It's a thing that separates us from our whole self. And so that's what the ebook is about.
They're beautiful. So understanding and recognizing how to embody yourself, and knowing and recognizing these things gives you a tool to step forward and have a better, a bigger look at it. So is that, am I
And
on
to
the
first
right?
recognize, yes,
Right.
that we're put into an impossible predicament, not
Right.
by our own doing.
Yes.
We're born
Okay.
into this from the patriarchal religions of the world, and
Okay,
we
beautiful.
can't see it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. So if you're interested in finding out more about the Sovereign Woman, this is the book to do. This is the ebook that will give you the overview to how this affects us actually as people, not just as a concept, but as women in the world, facing sort of blocks and how you can embody, right, your sovereign woman and create a new self-concept. Beautiful. Thank you, Alison, for this gift
Thank you, Sal.
and the gifts you bring to the world.
Pleasure to be here.
Awesome. All right. Next person that we have today is the beautiful, incredibly vivacious, amazing Laurie Rock. And don't you love that name? It's so already empowered, just like the women she works with who are over 40, to ditch their diets, release weight naturally, heal from within, and radiate confidence. Her undiet method, right, transforms frustration into freedom, helping women thrive in their second act. Laurie, great to have you. I hear you just got off a big thing being a trainer for Tony Robbins. How was that?
I did. It was such an honor. Oh my gosh. Well, what I learned most is that it just never stops. You never stop growing, learning, and healing. There's always a next better level. And there's always, always, and most importantly, above everything, there's just always more love available for us.
Without a doubt, right? 100%. You are the embodiment of love.
Oh,
And we're always
I'm gonna cry. I'm so tapped in right now. I'm feeling so like, oh yeah, purpose.
Beautiful. I love that. And so was it always like this, Laurie?
No, it wasn't always like this. Thanks for asking. So no, I went from being somebody who was just like a striver and a driver and became very successful. And I practiced holistic health, so I knew all the outwardly things to do to keep my health in order, keep my body in check, keep myself looking good and kind of feeling good enough, you know. And at one point, things just spiraled out of control and I numbed out and I just went on this like autopilot of survival and not checking in with myself, not being clear about what I wanted, just getting through the day. I don't even know if I felt anything or if I did. I was completely unaware, and it came to a point when I gained, and I was over 205 pounds, which is a lot of kilos. It was
How many kilos is it? 205
it's a
pounds.
lot.
Anybody?
It's like I can't remember, but way more.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
fat.
like, is it like,
Yeah, and it's
okay.
for me because like it was because I knew all the things, and the reason that's so critical is not because of that number, but because I knew all the things. And women work, they know all the things, and they're so fucking frustrated because it doesn't work. There is the outside in approach will not work for long. Yes, you can force your body into it. And so I was able to turn that around when I hit rock bottom. I mean, literally hit rock bottom. When I was so desperate, I looked in the mirror. I was so sad. I hated my life. I had so many things to be grateful for, and I just couldn't feel it anymore. I was like, where did my joy go? Where did my life go? Where did my dreams go? I have no freaking design for my life. And I was like, okay, there's like crickets. And I had a long drive home and I was like, oh, girlfriends, this shit's got to change. And it did. And I made a new decision to turn it around. And I got very crystal clear and deliberate. And I found that shit was uncertain in my life. Divorce, being an executive, running a big team and having all kinds of people I couldn't control. There was nothing I could control except for me. There's nothing I could make a decision about me. So my emotional home and who I'd be and me becoming my own North Star was the only way that I could get free. And I did get free.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very interesting point that you raise here. I feel like that North Star that we know exists, like you all know it, right? Like there is a North Star. We know it. And the magnetic compass is on or off. And the way that it shows up for each of us is different. But overeating, stuffing right? Food stuffing. I once heard Laurie say that if you're overeating and you've put on a lot of weight, it's a form of armoring yourself from feeling unsafe. And so this really alerted me to thinking about when I'm overeating. And at this time, when we come together in family and festivities, and it is wonderful and it can be great, it can also be a little bit like, you know, can be a little bit like that, because we don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to do this or that. We you know, we are the black sheep and we want to be the white sheep, or we're, you know, or we're the white sheep. We're so holier than white that we can't control everybody, and all of a sudden it's gone bad, or, you know, like it's like whatever it is that is our thing. But food is such an essential part of our survival, which you tapped on, Laurie, right? Like that it's like we can need some true strategies that can get us through a particular season.
Yep.
And open the door for that longer term work. Every woman sharing today has done the long term work. Okay. So I asked, like, how long have you been doing? 18 years, soon decades, but many years. Laurie, now, how long? This is not short term fixes, but these are hacks to get you through this season, right? And so that then you can realign yourself. So what have you got for us today?
So right. And it's like, it really is the moments of your decision that your destiny is shaped. And I'm borrowing that from Tony. And it's because to be able to reclaim yourself is the most powerful thing in the world, and make a decision in the moment. So with the life design book that I've created for you guys, it's absolutely beautiful, because how many times do you run around on autopilot, or God forbid it's December 2025 and it looks just like December 2024, maybe the day, you know, different faces, different names, but it's like the same outcome. So you want to get super crystal clear and deliberate. You want to make decisions. You want to be able to decide. So inside the book, it's like, what I've set you up for is to just ask yourself, because you are the expert of these questions about, you know, how to release what is not serving you. What are those things that you're just going to put down or take a temporary pause from, so that you can be free and age passionately, and get crystal clear on your vision. Like, what is it you want, and how do you even know what you want? Like, if I
think
ask you that, you
that's
might
like
go, I don't know.
I think that's like a really great tool into the new year, right? So this is a life design book. This is the moment to take a pause, if you've got that time and space, to both look at that as well as have a look into 2025. So this particular gift is going to help people run into the new year, but it also really introduces them to this idea around making decisions around a healthier lifestyle. Am I right?
1,000,000%. And could I add one more thing? Like, just one little quickie giveaway. I don't know if I'm taking too much time or not, but
really quickly, but yeah, go.
okay. So super quickly, you're so powerful. So one of the things we teach, and one of the things this alludes you to, is the book, is that you can actually rewire your nervous system. You're going to hear that term everywhere. And I want to show you really quickly that it's not that hard. You actually rewire a nervous system with a different intention. So if you guys would just do something with me really quickly.
No way. They're going to have to get that ebook, sister.
No,
and
no,
find you
just
in the
do it real quickly. Just do a smile.
No,
Just all you do is smile for 2 seconds.
Wow.
Smile. 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 Smile really big.
Smile. Everybody smile. Everybody give it a big wide smile.
It changes your chemicals. Free drugs. So get some free drugs while you do your life design book.
Love you. I was like, do get this life design book. I've had a look at it. It is really powerful. And I really felt that it's like that, you know, when you're like, I don't want to make the new year decisions. Well, this can give you a guide to do that. It's really simple. It's beautifully presented. Thank you, Laurie. And thank you for the smile. And I'm sorry to have to try to cut you off, but we've got to run through this hour. We've got so many more women.
Thank you, Sal. It's a great honor being here. And if you ever get a chance to work with Sal, she is like a genius at helping you feel confident on camera and showing up powerfully.
You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So kind. We have got such a treat for you now. Install, everybody. I'm going to bring to the stage Madam Juju. Sit back, relax, and watch this lady shine. She is going to absolutely take over the stage with her incredible embodied self. I'm not even going to say what this is. I'm just going to let her take over the stage and go for it. Are you right? Do I need to play music or do you, or?
That's a good question. It would probably be heard better on your side.
And so what's
But
the
then,
song I'm playing?
I have to look at it now.
So sorry, my love.
It's okay. I sent it. Let's see. It is Conyo by Jason Derulo. I'm bringing you a little of Miami today, some sunshine.
A little Miami. I
Now,
love that.
yeah,
Okay.
a little heat, Miami heat.
So give me a second. Could someone spell that for me?
I did send it in Messenger, if that helps. You could go
thank
click
you,
right
darling.
on it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I probably should play it on my side too, so I can hear it. Do you want me to perform first, or do we want to talk first?
We can chat first if you like.
Is that the essential question?
I would love to. Well, what I think that you performing is you. This is my decision around this stage for you, Juju. But what I think Juju brings, and let me introduce her as an embodiment, really coach and pole dancing choreographer. But let me remind everybody here, as I said, which I don't think she was in the room, Juju can hold her whole body weight up on a pole. I can't even lift a box most days, right? So just like some hands up to this incredible art form and the diligence that it takes and requires for you, Juju, to do this. What brought you to the work? What brought you to the pole?
Well,
and how old were you?
In 2008, I had a limb-threatening accident where my right leg was going to be amputated from my body below the knee. And during that time, I was married, and I lost so much of my feminine empowerment. I didn't feel sexy at all. And I think we can all relate to, if you guys have children, I'm sure, those feelings come up too. Just like down at my lowest emotional and physical point of my entire life. And then my marriage didn't make it. My husband left during that time. So I asked myself, well, if this is happening, how do I see the rest of my life? And I'm like, I'm dying to be a pole dancer instructor and go back to performing. I performed when I was really young. I stopped because I thought I had to get married,
losing Juju, or is it just me?
Get married.
Me, or is it Juju? Is it my?
Am I frozen?
No, I can see Juju just fine, Sal.
I can see her.
Can someone take over the host?
I decided to sell my wedding ring and go to pole dance camp, and that's when it all started for me. And I have been dancing and instructing for 13 years now. I figured out today. I started 13 years ago in my living room with my besties in my living room, and we would just practice and pole dance, and I self-taught, but then I also went and got certified in level 1 and 2 after I moved away. But we used to I just remember it just being this like girl event. Like we just had so much fun on this pole, and then we felt like badasses afterwards. I call it feeling like a shero. Like I could do anything. And then we would just go out all together afterwards. And that energy just exuberated throughout the entire town. I kid you not. It was a test run every time, and every time that energy just like came to like, wow, this is really powerful stuff. Like this goes deeper than just dancing. It's actually our mental health as women as well. We can shut off our brain, get into our body. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to do that, but once you're there, it's so refreshing. And because we have those monkey brains, and then our conditioning, and then the shame that comes in. We shouldn't be moving this way. We shouldn't be exposing ourselves like that. So it's led me to this whole business that keeps transforming, of course, but it's my passion. It sticks with me.
And you've given us a playlist, right, as your gift, which is for women to be able to reclaim their sensuality and confidence to live life full and boldly, right? And this idea of using music to uplevel your mental health. So what I want to do,
self-expression.
Radical self-expression. So this is a playlist to really enjoy that. What is the name of the song? Because it's not showing up for me on Spotify. What's the name of the song? Conyo by Jason Derulo. Is that it?
Conyo. Yeah.
It's
yeah. And Jacqueline here, one of my besties.
Let's go. You're on the pole. Go it.
Right.
Yeah, go.
Love, drill, splash. Come take a lick on the lolly. Yeah. Will that ass fit in a Rari? Nah. Let me take a bite of that nani. Yeah. You know what I heard? You got that bam, 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 yo. Bam, 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 yo. Bam, 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 yo. Right. Left, drill, go on you. Go on you. Set that in the go on you. I'm saying, go on you. Right, left, drill, go on you. 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 Set that in the go on you. Go on you. Go on you. I'm saying, go on you. Right, left, drill, splash. Drink it off your body, girl. Tequila, sex, and nine. I know you like to party, girl, so I'm not wasting time. Baby, give me a look, yeah, yeah. Serve me for the tip, yeah, yeah. Heard you like to kiss, yeah, yeah. You know what I heard? You got that bam, 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 yo. Bam, 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 yo. Bam, 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 yo. Right, left, drill, go on you. Go on you. Set that in the go on you. I'm saying, go on you. Right, left, drill, go on you. 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 Set that in the go on you. Go on you. Go on you. I'm saying, go on you. Right, left, drill, splash.
Splash.
Run that bitch back. On you. Damn, girl. On you.
Yeah, that is amazing. Thank you. Beautiful. Can we give some ups to Juju?
I'm out of breath now.
Well, you just
Well,
take
slippery, so
yourself.
I couldn't do
That's
what I
all
normally like to
beautiful.
do, but
Just
there was a little
live on the
Miami
love.
coming away.
I love it. A little bit of Miami. That's what we all need. So if you're feeling low, you're feeling down on yourself, you're feeling whatever, get out Juju's playlist. It's on the gifts there, and just move that body and up your own mental health and connect with Juju. Follow her on Instagram. Give her some love. She's so bold. Pop it in the chat. Let her know what you think of it. Thank you, Juju, for sharing that with us
Get out of that
today.
Russian women syndrome. Connect to your body and revitalize your sexy.
Let's do that. Love it. Thank you. And Prema Joy, you are up with us next. Come and join the spotlight. Yeah, where are you? Where have you gone? Where's my beautiful Prema gone? Can't find you.
I'm here.
There she is. Beautiful. Prema and I have known each other over a decade, sharing, being journey practitioners. And Prema is actually an incredible kind of polymath, I would say. She's an emotional healing expert. She's a speaker. She's a presenter. She's an author of 2 books. She facilitates community events. She's been with rap artists in Africa. Like, there's just no end to this lady's what she can and does do, but also the hugest heart you've ever known. And really, also, again, from this place of knowing a lived experience reality, how would you express what it's been like for you to become resilient? Because resilience is a tool that I know you're going to offer in your gift. And that isn't a thing that at this time, a quality, isn't it, that you can cultivate at a time, particularly if you're experiencing some kind of abuse in a relationship, right? And no judgment here, but sometimes I was in an abusive relationship and nobody knew, you know? And so resilience has been built for me through that period to be feeling healed and whole, but it took a long time. And it was by actually Facebook and kind of anonymous people talking about things that I really started to get help and see that there was help. So Prem, how did you come to do the work you do now?
Okay, well, I guess for me, I was in domestic violence. Well, as a child, from the age of 12, I found my father passed away, and that had a huge impact on me. And then a few short months later, we left England and came to Australia. So I had a lot of repressed grief in my body. There was no such thing as grief counseling or anything in those days. So I had loads and loads of repressed grief and no way of knowing how to feel my emotions, because back then, I'm 63 now, so back then there was no such thing as feeling emotions, allowing emotions, letting them be free or out there. And so I came to Australia, and then I went into domestic violence. I went into a domestic violence relationship that lasted for 18 years. And this happened because of my self-confidence. It happened because of the not being able to express that grief, that self-worth. I thought I was responsible somehow. I had so much anger and rage that I couldn't express, so much sadness, so much grief. And so I went into domestic violence believing that I was complete shit, that I was nothing, that I was worse than the scum of the earth. Being in DV then gave me this hypertension in my nervous system. So my nervous system felt completely frayed over the period of time that I was in DV. And, you know, I think of those cartoon characters. If you think of the cartoon characters that, you know, get struck by lightning, or, you know, they, on the outside, I was like, yes, I'm fine. But on the inside, it was like every nerve was stretched. And it just like if your hair could stand up on end, like in those cartoon characters, that's how I felt most of the time in my life. And moving through leaving my ex-husband was the most terrifying thing that I ever did in my life, but also the most expansive thing. And from leaving, I actually started to get to know me. But then I had years of PTSD. I had 2 children that I was looking after. I was a single mum. There was all this pressure on myself. And it wasn't really until I found the healing work that I use now, the journey work, that I was able to really start to heal things on a much, much deeper level and really start to work with the trauma of my childhood, which is really the journey work is about getting to the emotional root cause. And resilience comes from when you're able to really heal, when you're able to look inside, when you're able to start forgiving yourself, loving yourself, working with your inner being and body, and all of the things that the women here have mentioned tonight and today. It's really about that. And the resilience comes from really beginning to trust yourself, to love yourself, to come from a place of inner peace, which becomes totally and absolutely real, rather
And so
than.
what is the gift you're giving us today, my love? Tell us.
So I'm giving you the resilience workbook. Now, the resilience workbook is filled with tips on improving your energy, on being resilient, on the things that you can do that are going to help.
Because it's a drain, right? This is the other side of it. It's not just that you're caught in the cycle. It's a drain on your energy. It's this kind
Absolutely.
And again, so we're at this time of holidays and at the end of the year where it's all compounding, like everyone's talking about. And so it's tips and tools, right, that can bring us out of our shell or to just relax, or this energy concept. Say, how does the workbook kind of support us in that way?
Okay, so it supports you to really get back in touch with your body and in yourself, which is really if
With
you're
exercises? Is it with
with
exercise?
with
Right.
exercises, with breathing,
Yeah,
with
okay.
tips, with all manner of things, and also about the awareness of your stress that stress impacts the patterns that you might have, the ways that you might be running from your emotions, from your stress patterns, all of that awareness around that, improving your energy, your breathing, just drinking water, what a difference it makes in your life. And so it's about that all coming together to really help you to see how your resilience and your emotional resilience and your mental resilience is all connected to your energy, which is all connected to your body and being in your body and being able to really get connected. Because one of the things with me being in DV, and one of the biggest things I noticed was that I lived a lot up here in my head, which is why I always felt stressed out to the maximum, because I lived up here in my head. I didn't live in my body because my body didn't feel safe.
I love that.
This is the beautiful thing about resilience and building your resilience, is that you begin to love yourself, you begin to love your body, you begin to feel safe with yourself in such a connected way that this is the real tools for moving forward.
Thank you. DV is called domestic violence, Emily. There's just a question. DV stands for domestic violence in Australia. We have, I think last month, there were 87 women have died at the hands of a man in domestic violence. We have one of the highest rates in the world per capita. So thank you. It's a very important work that you do. I'm really grateful. And I just would like to say to people, this is like Alison's. This is an ebook. So it's got a little bit more juice to it. It's a little bit more, there's a little bit more grit in it. It's a little bit like take some time and give to yourself the opportunity to learn a little bit about maybe this element that people talk about resilience, but what is it really? So not only is it tips and tricks, but it's going to highlight to that. So thank you, my love, for doing the work you do, for being the light that you are in the world, and for giving your gifts and shining. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful. And Sharon North Pole, what a great story this lady has as well. I really love Sharon's story. And let me just get myself back on screen. I'm what's happening? What's happening? Where have I gone? Why can't I access? Oh, because I'm not host anymore. Sorry. I just started losing my internet, so I had to hand that over to someone else. Now I can't spotlight people. So if someone could spotlight Sharon, please. Sorry, Sharon. Welcome. It's great to see you. Buzzy as ever.
Nice
Biggest smile. Smile
Can
that
you
lights
hear
up
me?
the post. I can. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes, we are on.
Awesome. She's a #1 Amazon author, an international speaker, a zesty globetrotter, 20 years of experience empowering mature women to achieve weight loss goals naturally, and was actually had a horse company, right? Oh, you work with horses, and say a little bit about that. I just read that in your longer bio, but I didn't have time to put it in. So I was like, tell us a little bit about where you come from. Yeah.
I retired from a stressful corporate job to follow my dream, and I started a nonprofit horse rescue and youth and female empowerment program. And I worked with horses. That was my first foray into coaching, was with at-risk youth, corporate team building, and empowering women. And I did that for 20 years. And when I went through a horrible divorce, lost the ranch, lost that business, that's kind of what started me on my journey of weight loss and health, because I had been just stuffing food at the failure of my marriage and had gained a lot of weight and lost my whole zesty person was a big fat unhappy unhealthy person. So
well,
that
one of the
you
messages I love about you, though, is you did turn your life around from that point, but then you hit another roadblock, right? And it's because you hit the roadblock that you can qualify what it is you do as very important for women, ladies, now, not waiting another day.
So I brought that story up because that was my deep, dark valley, and mentally, physically, I was a wreck. And I pulled myself out of that through a lot of things. I had to heal myself mentally and physically and drop the weight and figure out how to live and create a reserve of good health. Now, the reason that is such a big important thing is 2 years ago, I was speaking in Mexico. I contracted a very rare form of pneumonia, and I got really sick. And I was in a coma for 2 weeks and in the hospital for 2 months. And they didn't think I was going to live. And part of the reason I was able to come out of that and that I'm here with you today, I'm 75, ladies, and it's never too late to up level your life. And what happened was through my meditation and my affirmations and the healthy mindset that I went into that demise with, I was able to pull myself out and I was able to live when they didn't expect me to live. So I'm here to tell you, ladies, that that reserve that you create with your mindset and your health and what you eat and how you manage your weight and how you manage your movement and how you think can it's not just a nice idea, it's a life or death thing. And so that's what I'm sharing now with my clients in the world to um, look better, feel better, and live with even more zest as you age, that it's never
And
too late to do it.
100%. And what is the gift you're giving us today?
My gift today is affirmations, zesty affirmations. And I attribute my affirmations and my mindset to how I saved my life. So science proves that affirmations work. If you say positive things, good self-talk to yourself regularly, you'll rewire your brain. So affirmations help you with three big benefits. One is it uplevels your self-esteem and your self-worth. Two is it helps you with anxiety and stress. And the fourth and my favorite is it motivates you so you can live with even more zest for life as you move forward. So there's 70 of these affirmations that you can read and say. And there's also a link to videos where I actually say the affirmations, and it's kind of these little fun videos on a YouTube channel. So there you have it. I didn't know when I was doing affirmations that I would need them the way I did.
I
But
really love that.
saying to my kidneys, you will get better because I'm not going to be on dialysis the rest of my life. I was on total life support, ladies. I was on dialysis in a breathing machine. And they said, they called the hospice people. But those affirmations and the reserve I went into that demise with literally saved my life. So
What
don't
a
wait
beautiful
another
testament.
day.
Don't wait
wait
another day. Don't wait another day to live your zesty life to get the gift that Sharon's offered from the horse's mouth, if you don't mind. It works. It worked. And it will work for you too. What have you got to lose but to start bringing this daily practice into your life and have that reserve that Sharon said? Didn't you love that? Like, who doesn't want a reserve? Never heard it said like that before. I love that. Thank you, lovely. Have a beautiful, wonderful Christmas. I know you have to jump off to go to another event. Thank you for giving us your time and your gift and shining your light and being here through that as a true testimony to any age, at any stage, living a zesty life. Bye-bye, lovely. And Emily Kaspari is going to guide us through a little yoga chair yoga. She helps women overcome chronic pain naturally. She's a nutrition consultant and empowerment coach, and she really helps clients address the root cause of pain through a holistic approach. And if you're a bit neurospicy, a bit neurodivergent, this is one of the things that the groups of people that Emily loves to work with herself. Hi, Emily.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
As she said, I'm going to guide through just a little bit of movement we can all do in the chair. That's why I'm very specifically set up so you can't really see my bottom half, because we're going to focus on the upper half of the body today. So let's just do a little bit of rolling the shoulders, especially when we're sitting at the computer. Our shoulder muscles can get tense. And if you find that you've got a lot of tension there, you might feel a tingling or warmth going up your neck and the back of your head as we're bringing circulation back there. And a fun little tip I like to let people know about is that if you've got any tension in your body, I call it the engage release, where you squeeze the muscles really tight. And with your next exhale, you see how much you can relax them and let them go. Let's do that one more time in the shoulders, squeezing with a deep breath in. Relax them and let them go. And as we're sitting here, let's actually do a little bit of a reaching up, but leaning over. And I work with a lot of people with chronic pain, as our wonderful host Sal said. So you might prefer to reach through the elbow, or maybe you instead slide one hand down, getting that stretch in the side of your body. With the work that I do, it's all about finding your adaptation. It's about the effect, that stretch that we're looking for, rather than having any sort of right way to look or do or be. And then with this, let's do one more little twist, seeing how far you can comfortably look over your shoulder in each direction. And you might notice if it feels better and you're focusing your twist lower down in your body, or if you're focusing your twist higher up. It's just fun ways to get back in touch with yourself and your own body. And then after we do movements like that, we always want to just reintegrate, balance the back. So let's reach up. And then we're going to, if you've got room, reach the hands forward, bringing yourself into a full forward fold, hiding behind your desk for that stretch in your back. And we can roll up the spine, stacking vertebrae by vertebrae. And one last time at the top, rolling that shoulder up, back, and down. And then maybe doing a last little wiggle, if that would feel good, to reset ourselves partway through our wonderful time together.
Beautiful. Thank you. Wasn't that fun? Ladies, give us some love in the chat. Come forward so we see you back on the camera again.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. I'm going to ask you to just tell us what is your gift that you're giving us today and what would be the result. You've had a taste of who Emily is and what it is she does. So the opportunity is to hear about her gift, and then we'll move on to the next person. Thank you for making that your presentation.
Yes,
that was beautiful.
wonderful.
I loved it. I felt so good because of it.
Yay. So my gift is just a little nice one-pager that I kind of think of as a pain recovery model or visual reminder. And it actually turns out that it's a great little reminder of all of the different tools that you're getting from everyone here today, as it touches on the holistic approach to self-care and through healing. It includes focusing, remembering on your breath, appropriate planning and prioritizing and decision guiding, having awareness of yourself, nervous system reset, working with that, even challenging your body with fun exercises like we had with Juju, as well as reminders to be compassionate with yourself. And so it's this brilliant little one-pager that you can just paste up somewhere as you're going about your day for this reminder to keep yourself as part of what you're doing and taking care of yourself in this holiday time that's wonderful, but really disrupting of our routines. And that in itself can be a little dysregulating, which can aggravate everything from physical pain, but also can aggravate anxiety and those other more emotional pains that can come up. So it's your kind of cheat sheet. And from there, you'll just notice which one your eye goes to, and that can let you know which one of the other tools and gifts you've been given that you might be needing in that moment.
Oh, so perfect. Thanks, Michael. That is absolutely perfect. As you're saying it, I'm like, you can put it on your phone, ladies. And again, with the download sheet, the Holiday Power Guide that's in the chat now, when you look at that, that's a PDF, but every link in it takes you there. So it's almost like having an app on your phone. You can just save it as a PDF to your phone with Emily's as well. Look, go, Emily, what's going on in my life, and then use one of the other tools that's available to you. So it's almost like a mini app, this little gift sheet for the holidays. Why not just download it now, put it on your phone, and you've had an introduction. Thank you, Emily. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. And then coming up next, we have Shada. Tired of settling, she says. Let yourself connect and unleash your power. Manifest your dreams. As a manifestation and meditation expert, Shada empowers women 50 plus. Where is she gone? Let me find Shada. Where is she gone? How can I not see her in my thing? There she is. Beautiful. She empowers women 50 plus to really have an extraordinary life and to start to manifest into their dreams. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell us about your gift today.
Thank you, beautiful. Today, I am offering you my magical manifestation toolkit. In this gift, you get affirmations, and we've had lots of folks help us understand that those are going to transform your limiting beliefs, and they're going to focus your mind in a way that is going to help you attract more abundance effortlessly without thinking about it. And you'll also get a training that outlines the entire Create system that you can use to manifest anything you desire. Better health, more abundance, better relationships. The possibilities are endless.
And what brought you to manifestation? What brought you to manifesting? How long have you been up for that?
I've been up to manifesting my health since I was in my 20s. I come from a long line of folks who struggle with depression and anxiety, and I got myself in a chronic pain situation. And then when all the experts had told me all that they had, which wasn't very much, they said at the end, "You're going to have osteoarthritis, my friend." And I was horrified, and I needed to find another way to get to happy and healthy at 60 and having more fun than I did in my 20s. I learned step by step by manifesting my own health. And in the process, I created a little system that I've used to manifest trips and money and everything else I want. And I'm traveling right now.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you. So if you're feeling like you want to have some manifestation magic into the holiday season and make 2025 your year, this is the one for you. Check it out. Shada's got a YouTube channel too, which you can find her, and I'm sure there's details on that sheet. So have a beautiful, beautiful end of year, manifesting your dreams. Thank you, Shada, for giving us your gift and being a light in the world every day that you do your meditations free on YouTube, ladies, so you can start your day in a beautiful way with Shada. And we're moving along quite quickly now. I'm sorry to be running over time, everybody, but I will do my best to end pretty soon. We've got 3 more people to show up. So that's Nicola. You're coming up next, a beautiful woman who's from Adelaide in South Australia, empowering women in their 40s and 50s to reignite their lives, rediscover purpose, and rise with confidence through human design and transformative coaching. If you're unaware of human design, it is a big thing. Where is our beautiful, where is she gone? Why is she not up on screen with me? Let me have a look. What's happening here? There she is. Add spotlight. Beautiful. Where is she? There she is. Okay, beautiful. Hey, Nicola, welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
So excited that you can have us here to share with us today. You are our resident human design expert in the field.
Yes.
Tell us about that. And you look amazing today, by the way.
Thank you.
I know you're a school teacher. You moonlight as a school teacher. But what brought you to the human design sphere, and how does it give you confidence?
Okay, so I've been studying human design for about 4 years. And I have to admit, I fell into the teaching part of it by accident. I wanted to do a reading. I wanted to have a reading, and the person that I approached, I was already an NLP practitioner, and she said, actually, if you learn how to do this, this will amplify the results of your clients a lot. So I did. I've taken 3 in-depth courses as well as many other side courses. And it really gives the ultimate permission slip for anybody, but my clients are women, to live an authentic, aligned life. And human design is based on the date, time, and location of your birth. And it gives you a unique profile of how to use your energy type. There's 5 different energy types. And it also helps you with your manifestation and decision-making process. There's special gifts within the human design as well, which can get quite detailed. But if you just know how to use your energy, how to use your strategy and authority, which are your decision-making and manifestation processes, as well as how your unique personality profile works with you, you can create anything in your life just by knowing all that. It's a huge permission slip.
I love that as a permission slip. I've done a bit of human design, not like studied it, but I employ it in my marketing. I employ it in various different ways over the last few years. It's a sort of a hot topic. If you haven't heard of it, have a little play, have a look at, check out Nicola's website and her gift. What is your gift today, lovely?
So my gift is about knowing how your energy aligns with your values to make great decisions. And I have been, I've been doing this decision-making process for probably about 3 years. And I knew it, but there was one instant that really hit home that I thought, there's no denying this. And it was a time when I was secretary of a very big sporting club here in Adelaide, and it was a very small committee. There had been friction within the committee, but I always thought they would always have my back. But then one day, at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, I was on a retreat somewhere. My son sent me a message and said, "Have you seen the social media post?" And anybody knows teenagers don't send messages at 8 o'clock on a Sunday to their parents.
To their mum.
Yeah, and it turned out when I investigated it, it was a bullying, social media bullying post aimed at my son, and it came from within the committee. So it kind of really, hit all the feels there. And I knew then that I had to make a decision around what my involvement was with this club going forward. So using my manifesting generator energy, I was able to, really, the manifesting generator is like an emotional wave. You've got to really give it some time. So I understood how that was, processed that. I had 2 top values at the time, which were contribution and connection. Now, the contribution value was definitely being ticked with being involved in the club, but the connection value right then had shattered into 1,000 pieces. And by going through this process and slowing down and reflecting on it, I knew that I just couldn't continue. So I did resign. And when I look back, it's probably one of the best decisions. And when I say best, I mean the most clear decisions I've ever made. I didn't have any decision remorse over this. And, my gift is going through that process. There's a 3-step process to go through it, so that you can make confident, aligned decisions, reignite your core values, and set these boundaries with ease. And it will be so useful, because in 2025, there's going to be a lot of decisions that you're going to make. And how amazing would it be to get to the end of 2025 and have, very little decision remorse, because you've processed everything in a way that is aligned to you.
I love that, Nicola. It's such a strong way for us to end the kind of, the boundaries around this holiday, making decisions just about, is it a yes or no to go to something? Is it a yes or no to buy that? Is it a yes or no to make something?
Yes.
To be present, to not be present. And thank you for sharing a little bit of your story and being vulnerable in that. Really appreciate that too. And I love that it really clearly shows about values, that there might be one, but are there 2? And is one completely gone? So making decisions, having an impact on you holding your boundaries. And I love what Brene Brown says, that boundaries are the place where I can love myself and love you simultaneously. Yeah. And that's really important.
That's right. And in my sheet, there's actually another link. If you don't know how to work out your values, I've actually included another free link in there where you can get my free values workbook as well.
Perfect.
It's like a 2-in-1.
It's a 2 for everybody. We love that. Thank you so much. Darling, have a beautiful, beautiful holiday season. Thank you for all the service you do, both as a teacher and as a coach. I know that it's been a huge year for you and for, not only your own personal, your own children, your biological children, but you foster children. You're an amazing woman. Thank you for being part of the community and for giving. Talk about a cup full, ladies, that can still give them with all that. So thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful holiday.
Sal. I
All
appreciate
right,
that.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Angie Merritt, a kind of a late bring in, but are you with me, Angie? Are you ready to share?
Sure. This is not thought out, but we'll just go for it, right?
We will go for it. I love our international woman of mystery elder of our particular community here today, who's constantly blowing me away. She's always all over the world. She's a woman of absolute mystery. She helps rural seniors thrive with yoga, qigong, meditation, breathwork. Can I keep going? Life transition coaching, all the things. And
yes,
really, this is really key. It's to reduce medication, to improve independence and boost energy and joy. And there isn't one greater living example of this than Angie Merritt. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you.
Well, thank you. And my story, how I got started was back in 1999. We changed our diet, and I got so healthy I was just blown away, and said, I've got to start teaching this to other people. And so I went on I'm still on this quest to learn how to be healthy and to teach other people how to do that. So it includes the diet, it includes the Ayurvedic habits of daily living. It includes all the movement and your mindset. And I focus on people in rural areas because that's where I am. And I had nobody to guide me. So I want to be able to help other people do that. And
you do that with YouTube channel, right, as well? Like
yes, I have a little YouTube channel that is from just the class that I do at the senior center.
I do it, but you also broadcast that on Facebook, and every now and again Angie pops up and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do some of this. Hang on, because it's just
yes.
Because it's for seniors and I don't see myself as a senior yet. I'm looking forward to the day. Oh my God, shh, don't tell anybody, this is not going public, but my daughter's pregnant. I'm going to be a grandma.
Happy day, happy day.
Happy day, happy day. And so I will be seeing it with a bit of luck. But I love that you're very down to earth, direct, no mamby-pamby, let's get this done, but also incredibly practical. And I really learn a lot from you in those few minutes that I see you on Facebook. And so the gift I know that you're giving is to age with joy, a fulfillment scorecard. So it's a bit like getting an audit of where we are. Is that right? Is that how you would describe the fulfillment scorecard?
Yeah, that'll do. And you got to be honest with yourself, because you can say, oh, I'm doing fine, but you got this and you got that, and you're taking these medications, and you're disabled here, and you're just not really quite happy. You're just watching TV. And so you've got to really be honest with yourself. What could you do to up your game, up your happiness, up your health, and up your contribution to the world? Because we seniors have a lot of wisdom and a lot of things that we could help with.
I love
and when
that,
we
Angie.
don't,
I've never heard you say that before. That's beautiful.
Yeah. And if we're just dragging through life, we don't have that energy to make that contribution.
Thank you. Thank you, darling, for your service, your ongoing service to the community, to the world, to the love and the joy that you bring, and for your traveling. You're such an inspiration to me. Let her be an inspiration for you too. Get the tips and tricks that you might be interested to start to take an honest appraisal. Thank you, Angie. Appreciate you showing up today. Lovely to see you here. Hope you all the very best for the season. And last, and certainly not least, This is the goddess that helps me through every week and every day. She is a absolute boon to my business, helping me create passive income streams, helping me run these events, helping me run my courses and my classes, showing me how to be better at what it is I do. As a woman over 50, the tech pieces, who would agree? It's just a bloody grind and it's hard. Ren brings smiles, love. If you want more recurring sales, she's an award-winning entrepreneur herself. She really is amazing, Ren Roberts. She helps women build passive and men build passive income streams and achieve financial freedom using technology to grow their business with more ease and joy, and joy, and joy. And not only that, Ren, you are an absolute delight in my life. I can always be guaranteed a smile from you. So tell us what lights you up the most at the moment about life.
Ooh, that's a great question. Unexpected too. I think part of that is freedom and that ability, like what I've created online and then taught other business owners how to do. It's location independent. Like I love to spend time with my pets and I can be doing those kind of things and walk in and there's an email and I received money, which is just a blessing. And so it's turning that around from always having to work and churn and stretch for the next sale and look for it to where can we have our businesses, especially online, using technology to do it for us with more ease.
I love that. And you've got quite a comprehensive gift. What is it today?
Yeah, it's the 5 powerful business hacks that you need to create more money and, most importantly, the joy with it.
It's true.
So,
and at this holiday time, this might seem strange. I want a business gift, but I want to put some context into this. Most women we work with are looking to either increase their revenue, change the way they earn revenue from like a job to being an entrepreneur, or realize that the revenue that they've always created, it needs to have an online component now because there is no more word of mouth. And so if you've got time and motivation, if you think I'm curious about myself for 2025, what goals can I set up? This gift is really going to help you to start to say, okay, I can get some clear outlines of my business. And so I really highly recommend you have a look at that. I think you get invited also to a free Facebook group. Is that right? So you get a bit of, yeah. So
yeah. Oh, the benefits with that is we want more time freedom for you. So what can be delegated or automated? The big thing is get you out of the tech overwhelm. And then where are simple ways that we can use a little of this AI in our business and put those 3 together and you've got a great freedom business at your fingertips.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, my lovely. You are amazing and awesome. Go ahead and a little bit of something there. Do you not think that this is the great gift stocking? Can we just all get on to like a gallery view? Thank you so much, everybody. Give everybody a big shout out, a huge amount of love. Lots of generosity here today, giving out the gifts, wishing you all a happy, whole, healed, healing, love consciousness filled holiday break and season as we roll into 2025. May you be safe and may your journey be full of prosperity. Love you all so much. Thank you for showing up for me, for you, and for others in the world. Keep shining your light.
Bye all. Happy holidays.
Happy
Bye.
holidays.
Have an amazing holiday time.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody. Mwah.
Thanks for
Big
coming,
love.
Jacqueline.
Thank you so much for sharing, ladies.
You're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love. Farewell.